Hello guys, my name is Kaustubh, a student of SVC Bangalore, and today we'll be looking at and understanding the structure of HTML. So, before understanding or rushing to the structure of HTML, we'll understand the basics of HTML. Just brush upon HTML, what it is. So, HTML. HTML is the language of the web. So, being a language, it's used to design web pages or to structure the page layouts of websites. So HTML is the abbreviation for hypertext markup language. So there are two things you got to understand here: hypertext and markup language. So hypertext text you can embed inside text or link to other text, and markup language. Unlike programming language, HTML is a markup language. So they're not the same. So you run a HTML code and it will run basically. You won't run into any errors. For example, you run a Python code or Java code, you will run into errors if there are some uh, typos or syntax errors in your code. But in HTML, basically speaking, on a wider spectrum, everything's right, whatever you type. So going ahead, what's HTML code made up of? I doubt, right? So speaking on a broader spectrum, it's made up of tags and attributes. So tags are used here. So tags are used to display contents, to make elements, and attributes are used to change those properties, these elements properties, such as you want to increase the size, you can use width, height. Those are properties of those elements. So whole of your HTML code, basically speaking, is made up of tags and their attributes. And HTML is a case insensitive language. Case insensitive. So this term right here means that HTML doesn't differentiate between uppercase and lowercase letters. They're both the same. Now, when we spoke about tags, there are generally two types of tags in HTML. So there's your paired tags and your empty tags. So paired tags, as the name says, comes in pairs. They have both an opening tag, so like these, and a closing tag like these. So you'll look at these further, and empty tags. These tags do not require to be closed. So now the example. So you can see here BR, it's an empty tag. So you open the tag, there's no closing right here. There's nothing like this. So this is an empty tag. So it's used to insert single line breaks in the text. This is similar to escape sequence \n in C or many other languages that uses \n as an escape sequence. So this is similar to that. So as you can see, there's no closing tag, nothing like that. It's just there, empty tag. So this right here, as you can see, it has an opening tag and a closing tag. These are paired tags. These are paired together to make a meaningful thing. Used to define a paragraph, yes. This is used to define a paragraph. So the browser automatically adds a single blank line before and after each paragraph element. So makes an empty line here, makes an empty line here. After that comes your next. Now, moving ahead, so we'll look at an example web page right here. So you can see this is very simple, very basic. You have your tab, it says hello there, big and bold, and this is an example web page. Now, there are three things you need to understand here, very basic. So we have a tab area saying intro, and there's this big bold hello there, and this is an example web page. So these are three data we need. And how do we convert these into a web page like this? So that is where your structure comes into play. So structure of HTML document. There's a lot going on here. You can see doc type HTML, this, all of this. To understand this, what we will do now is break these down one by one and understand what each of them do, right? So you'll understand better. Structure of HTML document, yeah. So the doc type. Now, the doc type tells the browser the version of HTML we are using. So it says, yeah, we're using HTML5 right now. So it tells the browser, yeah, this dude is using HTML5, his code is right here. And one thing you'll notice is this might look like a tag, right? But this exactly isn't a tag, HTML tag. So it's more of a comment, you could say, to let the browser know that yes, this is the version of HTML that a person is using. So that's what doc type does. Now, next, you can see the HTML tag, right? It's a pair tag. So there's your opening tag and there's your close tag. Now, HTML is a root element of HTML. So this tag is a root element of HTML. So this is hard to understand, but we'll come to this later on. I just need to tell you that keep this in mind. Very important. So the HTML tag lets us know that everything in between these two tags is our HTML page. Yeah. So we have your head and your body. So anything inside the HTML tag enclosed between the HTML tags is your HTML page. So it's the container for all the other tags, or we can say other tags are enclosed within the HTML tags. So you can see here other tags, head, body, these are enclosed under or inside the HTML tag. Now, going ahead, so we have your head tag, right? Again, this is a pair tag. You have your opening tag and your closing tag. So the head tag contains important information about the document itself. Now, what head and body does, we'll look into it later on. But you need to remember that the head tag keeps information about your document, about your HTML file. So now, the data stored in the head tag is not displayed to the user. It's just written for reference purposes and works as a watermark for the owner. So this includes a few special tags. So you can see we've used the title tag here. So this might include metadata. Metadata, you use the meta tag to include metadata, which is nothing but information about information, and links to links CSS files. And you can also use script, which is used to add a JavaScript file in the head in these areas, so which is enclosed by head. So now moving ahead, we spoke about some special tags which are enclosed or which are used in the head tag. So one of those are title. So yeah, title is used inside the head tag, and this tag defines the title of the web page. So earlier we saw it said info in the tab area, right? So we had a browser and the tab area said info. So this title tag is used to do that. So the title is displayed at the top of the web browser, or as I said, in the tab area. Going ahead, we have our body tag. So one of the most important things, or where you'll be using multiple or most of the HTML tags, is under or inside the body tags. Again, the body tag is paired up with an opening and a closing tag, right? So encloses all the data a web page contains. In a broad spectrum, again speaking, it encloses all the data a web page contains. Whatever you see in a web page is under the body tag. This is text, links, images, and other forms of data. Yeah. So all the contents that a user will see rendered in the browser is contained within this tag. So yeah, you have your browser, your web page, whatever you see is in this body tag. So this is where most of the HTML tags are used. As I said, you'll be using many HTML tags in the body tag. So we saw about the structure, right? We saw about what doc type does, HTML, what is this, the head, title, and the closing tag too. So now there are some characteristics you got to know. Tags can go inside other tags. Tags can be contained inside other tags, basically speaking. So we use indenting to show the structure of the tags. The structure of a HTML document is a tree. So we'll look into each one of these to have a better understanding. Tags inside other tags. As I said before, so other tags can be contained inside different tags. Basically speaking, you can see head and body. These tags are contained inside the HTML tag, right? As I said, see, the head tag and the body tags are inside the HTML tag. And taking another example, we have title. This tag is inside the head tag once again. So we can include other tags inside different tags. That is what this is trying to say. Indenting to understand the structure. So to understand how these tags work, we use indenting. So every other tag inside the HTML tag is indented. You can see HTML open, close. So this contains the head and the body. So this is indented. You can see this is indented. So this says that yes, head and body is inside the HTML tag. So again, we can see title. Title is indented further in. So we can say that yes, the title tag is inside the head tag. So this gives you a vague understanding of how the structure of HTML is. So a tree structure of HTML. You can see now. So we have the HTML, then we have the head, after that we have the title. So this makes up a tree structure. You can see the HTML tags at the top or the root. As I said before, I asked you to keep a point, to remember a point basically, which says that HTML is the root of, this tag is the root of HTML. So yeah, we can see this is the root of HTML. And then we have the head and the body at the same level, right? You can use indenting or the indentation to know the level of each tag. So we can say head and the body are at the same level. Then later comes in the title. So the head contains the title, an indentation here, so indented further, so the next level. And now inside the body I've taken two examples just to show you the tree structure. So h1 the heading tag and p the paragraph. So we can see if you put the indentation, it's equal to that of the title. So yeah, they're on the same level, h1 and p. So this gives you a tree structure, right? HTML tag at the root, then comes the head, the body tag, and the title, header, and paragraph. So this is your basic structure, if you have understood now. Now, we saw before, we have the intro, the text that is big and bold, says hello there, and then this is an example web page. Now, these are the data that are present here. As you can see, it says intro here, hello there here, and this is an example web page here. So how do we use this and into an HTML structure, like a file structure, to create this? So now this is how we do it. So you have doc.html at the top saying that yes, we are using HTML5, and the HTML tags. So anything which is under or being enclosed by HTML tags says that yeah, that is your HTML page. So head, we have your head and your title. So this head contains information about your HTML page, or yeah, you can say that. Title. So I have intro as my title. So when I put in anything between these two tags called title, it goes to the tab area. Like you can see, intro is right there. Next, we have the body. So I'm using a tag here which is called heading. So header 1 gives you a big and bold text right here, and then paragraph p. This is an example web page. So there you go. That's simple. So yeah, thank you for watching.